What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Asia here, checking in with another video. And this time, we are starting a new series called Run the Play Friday. That's right, Run the Play Friday, where I take your questions and I answer them to the best of my ability. And it's really just kind of like my play on a free game Friday, right? But we just gonna do it my way. So I asked on my Instagram. Oh man, excuse me. Excuse the nasalness. I'm dealing with a bunch of sinus congestion right now, so excuse the way my voice sounds. But we're gonna get through this because I promised I was gonna start this week, and we're gonna do it this week. So we're just gonna try to do this through one take. I don't feel like, you know, editing. All right, I don't have the energy to be editing right now, so try to get through this with one take. But yes, we are here with Run the Play Friday, episode one. And yeah, it's just a take on Free Game Friday, but it's just my spin on it. I asked people on my Instagram, I announced that I asked people on my Instagram to submit questions, whether it be about business, sports, life, you name it. I'll go through, pick some of the questions, and I'll answer them. So I got a list of questions here. I actually have some questions here on my phone as well. And we're gonna get right into it. Let me put my phone on do not disturb because you know how it is. Here we go. So yeah, let's get right into it, man. Run the play Friday. We're gonna jump right into it with the first question. And the first question I got here is, what is the best way to get recognized in the industry? What is the best way to get recognized in the industry? For me, you know what? Talk about. Let's go back a little bit. If you don't know who I am, my name is Asia McMillan. I'm a marketing professional, marketing and brand consultant. I've been in the marketing game, or I've been in the industry now over 15 years. Um, Award nominated. I've, a lot of accolades. I'm a graduate of Full Sail University and also a graduate of Georgetown University, majored in sports marketing and media at Full Sail, and I majored in sports industry management at Georgetown. I am an entrepreneur at heart. I have multiple businesses that I run that generate revenue. As well, I am also a philanthropist. I am a founder and president of BeyondFour Foundation, that banner that you see back there. So boom, now that we got that out the way, if you didn't know me, now you know me. Nice to meet you. So welcome to Run the Play Friday. Jumping straight into question number one. What is the best way to get recognized in the industry? Excuse me. So for me, getting recognized in the industry, the best way to get recognized is really to do the work, right? Do the work, and just be yourself. Do the work, be yourself, and make sure that you are I'm not going to say surrounding yourself with the right people because that's important too, but make sure that you're putting yourself in the right position to be recognized, whether it's going to networking events, being visible, just making sure that people see what you're doing and making sure that what you're doing is solving a problem and it's putting positivity back into the world. You helping people. You got something to say it. You got something work to show it. That's some of the ways that you can get recognized in the industry. I always like to say that it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. So making sure that you're putting yourself out there, making sure that you are showcasing your work, making sure you're contributing to the industry, writing blogs, excuse me, writing blogs, making sure that you are giving back to the industry, right? You got to give to get. So those are some of the ways that you can get recognized in the industry, not just in like the sports industry, but in any industry. Y'all bear with me, man, because these sinuses are kicking my butt today. Second question I got: how can I find people to support my business? Finding people. I don't think you really have to find people to support your business. You should already know your audience, right? A lot of people say if you build it, they'll come. But if you build it and the product isn't great, the service isn't great, they're gonna come once and they're never gonna come back again. So you have to make sure that you build something that's, again, solving a problem. Make sure that you are giving game, solving you have a solution to somebody's problems or somebody's needs. And then again, make sure that you're putting your work out there. So I think that kind of goes with question one. The first question is just making sure that you're putting yourself out there and making sure that what you're putting out there is providing value and that you understand your UVP, your unique value proposition. Making sure that you understand what that is, because that's what excuse me, that's what's going to sell to the consumer. Right? If the product is good, you don't really have to do a lot of marketing, a lot of selling around it. It's good, right? You may do a pitch or two here or there, but look, if you build it and it's a great product, the people will come. Start worrying about making sure that this person and that person is supporting you. Just rock with the people that rock with you. Good question though. Next question. Um, do you think you have to sell out to be great? Um, do you think you have to sell out to be great? No, I don't think you have to sell. So what is selling out? What is being a sellout? I think that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So a lot of people will say that, oh, working for corporate America, you're selling out. You're working for the man. A lot of people will say, taking on a client of this caliber or that particular client, you selling out. Um, and a lot of people will say that, doing certain things or working with certain people, taking certain interviews, all of these different things can be a version of selling out, but I don't think you have to sell out in any form of the phrase to be great, right? The only thing you have to do to be great is to be yourself. Be yourself and make sure that you're living in your purpose. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, I wouldn't consider doing anything as far as selling out. The one thing that comes to mind is a lot of people like it. A lot of people called Jay-Z a sellout when he went and got the deal with Live Nation and the NFL. A lot of people say he was selling out because, the whole thing with the NFL and Kaepernick and the Black Lives Matter and all this other stuff. A lot of people say he was selling out by getting a deal or by partnering with the NFL. I don't think he was selling out at all. It was a great business move, if you ask me. And a lot of good has come from that for Black artists and for Black celebrities and Black people in general by working with the NFL and their front office. So some people say that was being a sellout. I don't think it was. So selling out means different things to different people, but I don't think you have to sell out in any form of or any fashion to be great. The only thing that you need to do to be great is to just be yourself and make smart moves. Next question. Any other live events coming soon? We don't so me with my businesses and with my team, we don't really do live events. We've done some virtual events, but we've never really done a live event. The closest thing we've come to doing a live or in-person event is our Keep It Play Her, which is a free camp, free clinic for girls. It's an experience really, for girls ages 8 to 18. And it's a basketball clinic, and we just teach on the court and off the court skills, life skills, mindset skills. We do mindset training, a lot of different things like that for girls, and it's free for young girls. Other than that, we don't have anything really planned right now. We have some stuff coming soon. We're really branching out into different areas of sports and STEAM initiatives, but we don't have anything really live or in person coming soon. But we do have some more virtual stuff that we are in the process of cooking up. So stay tuned for that. Links always in the bio, in the description, and everything. Check out the links below. um, Good question though. All right, this next question. How did you become successful? Um, Similar to the sellout question, I think success is different for everyone. Um, Me posting a video on YouTube could be success to somebody. Graduating from college could be successful. Getting the job that you wanted could be successful at the salary that you were looking for. Success means a lot of different things to everyone. For me, right now, I think I'm really living in my success moment or my successful moments, but I know that there's more. There's more that I can do. There are greater levels that I can get to that I'm pushing and striving to get to every day. So I've been successful multiple times. Um, and a lot of people tie success to money or to celebrity or to fame. For me, success is just being able to go to sleep at night knowing that you got a roof over your head. You got food, that you can cook the next morning, right? That you're not starving. You got your roof over your head, you got food to eat, you got clothes on your back. That's being successful to me. So how did I get there? Really just by being myself. Sticking close to the people that mean the most to me, and making sure that I had a great team of people, a great circle of people and friends around me. So hope that answered the question. Um, Next question. How did you start investing and saving money? So this is a really good question. A lot of you know, if you follow me on social media, that I was big, especially during COVID, about teaching people how to invest their money because I didn't know how to do it at first. I had to sit down, I had to learn, I had to hit Google, had to hit Investopedia and really learn these terms and learn how to read charts, learn how to read um, investment statements and P&Ls and balance sheets. I had to learn how to do all that stuff for these major and big companies because you want to know what you're investing in and you want to know who's running your investment, so to speak, right? Because when you invest in these major companies, whether it be through a fund, whether it be just individual stocks, even if you're trading, you want to know what's going on with the market, you want to know what's going on with the company. So I got started during COVID because I didn't have nothing else to do. I was working from home, fortunate enough to have a job where I was working from home and really was just investing all of my spare money. What I did was I broke my budget down to percentages that met what I was doing. So I broke my budget down and I believe it was 20%. I'm gonna pull it up so I can tell y'all. So I broke my budget down. It was 20% out of my check, every check. It was 20% I would pay myself, 45% would go to my fixed cost, and then I had 20% for variable cost and 15% for whatever I wanted. So that 20% during COVID and during the pandemic, that 20% of each one of my checks was directly going into in my investment account, my brokerage account. And then from there, I was divvying it up because I was working I was working with an organization at the time, and they were not paying, they were not matching for 401k or anything like that. So I was not putting into a company 401k because there was no point. Um, so what I would do is each paycheck I would take, it was like $230, $250 would come out of each paycheck and just go straight into and get transferred into my investment or my brokerage account. And I would take that and I would divvy it up between my investment account, my brokerage account, my individual brokerage account, and my IRAs. So I had a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA at the time. I still do, but I was like right now, I have a good 401k plan, so I'm putting into that. So, but right now, that's what's taking place. So, but at the time when I was just learning and getting started, I had to really teach myself because my family didn't really know about investing in stocks and stuff like that. Nobody really was there to teach me. They all knew about pension and retirement and 401k, but not really investing into individual companies. So yeah, I just taught myself and I took my money and I divvied it up and I would pay myself every check and it would come straight out. I wouldn't even see that money. It would come straight out of my check, go straight into my brokerage account and then get split up from there. And then once I stacked up enough to buy a certain amount of a stock or whatever, and I saw it at a good price, I invested in that. I took the money and I put it into that. I bought that stock. Some of the stocks that I was investing in, when I first started were things that I knew, and things that I used. So one of the biggest things that I invested in was this right here, Apple. We use the phone every day. I use it every day. I use their products every day. Um, I am an Apple consumer. I use them for business and personal every single day. So that was one of my biggest investments. I think it was Apple, it was Nike, it was Disney, Apple, Nike, Disney, and SPG, which is a rate, uh, real estate investment, right? So that's what I was doing. SPG was paying a very nice dividend, still does. It's even better today. Nike pays a dividend as well as Apple and Disney. Now, all of them are great dividends. And if you don't know what a dividend is basically just what the company gives you after they run their earnings and their reports and everything. That's what you make from being an investor in this company. It's just like here you go, you're getting a percentage of our earnings. So that's what a dividend is. Dividend paying stocks are a great way to make money, passive income without doing anything. All you did was buy the stock. And with dividends, it's say Nike stock goes down to $50 a share. You buy $50 a share, and their dividends are 60 cents, $1 a share. So you're getting $1 for every share of the company that you own, right? So they cost $50. You bought $1,000 worth. For every stock you own, you get a dividend of that stock. So, and they pay them out. So for every share. So I'm a little foggy right now, but so let's say you own 50 shares of Nike and they pay out $1 a share, right? So let's say those 50 shares cost you, $100, right? So you now own 50 shares of Nike at $100 each, and they're going to pay you out $1 per share. So you get $50. Let's say you get $50 every quarter. That's $50 that you didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to put no time in to make that $50, right? You just bought those shares, so you still hold the shares, and then every quarter they pay you $1 per share. So you get $50 a quarter, right? That's what, $200 a year that you get from Nike for doing absolutely nothing. So that's just an example of what dividend stocks are. So just going off on that little tangent right there, because I wanted to explain what dividend stocks were, but that's really what I started investing in. I invested in SPG, Nike, Apple, and Disney when I first started out. Then I got into the S&P 500 and got into some of those funds, those managed funds, ETFs. There you go. I'm blanking on the word, but I got into investing in ETFs as well. Rates are really good. SPG is a rate, which is a real estate investment trust. So SPG, if you don't know, is Simon Property Groups. Simon Property Groups own a lot of the malls and outlets and stuff that tourists and you go shopping in, every day or wherever. So that's a really great investment, in my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take my word on anything, but just invest in the things that you know and the things that you use on a daily basis. Man, I'm trying to get through some more of these questions. All right, let's get through this. Next question: how did you start Beyond4, and why did you start it? So I started Beyond4. Beyond4 was actually not supposed to be a nonprofit. It was actually going to be a software company or technology. I wanted to build a no-code app that connected professional athletes with investors or businesses or companies that they wanted to invest in, like nonprofits and community organizations that they wanted to invest in. Because I saw, and it still is a good opportunity to do this, I saw that there was a gap. The NBA Foundation, for example, only matches contributions that their players have given. So if LeBron James gives to the LeBron James Family Foundation, the NBA Foundation will come behind that and match his contributions to that organization. So I wanted to make an app that connected athletes directly with these organizations that are in need, and they cut out the middleman, right? So athletes, celebrities, whatever, could just look and say, oh, these This is a list of organizations that have their 501c3. They've filed their 990s for 3 or more years or whatever. They could see all of the paperwork and stuff there, and they could just directly connect with that organization and give directly to that organization. And then it transformed into a nonprofit because I was like, I don't have time to do this. I still may do it, but I was just like, I don't have time to do this right now. And I just want to do something that gives back to the community and involves sports. And I did it. And then we launched Keep It Play Her last year, August, and it kind of blew up from there. We've getting so much love from the community. Not saying it's easy, not saying, not taking anything lightly. It's not easy. We've put in a lot of hours, myself and my team and my board. And yeah, so that's how I started. That's why I started it, just to give back to my community. I saw a need and I wanted to give back to the community. That's what I did. Next question. What was your path into the sports industry? Man, these are good questions. I ain't planning on being on here for this long. My path into the sports industry was very unique. Came out of high school, went into college. I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon. Found out that was not what I wanted to do. Wasn't really ready for college, kind of flunked out. Came back home, did the walk of shame back home, went to community college because I was like, okay, I don't want to be an orthopedic surgeon. So I still was trying to do something in the healthcare field. So I said, let's do healthcare administration. Wasn't for me. So during this time, I was kind of developing my skills in entrepreneurship and freelancing and really honing in on my skills for graphic design, web design, video editing, photography, videography, stuff like that. So I was making money doing that here and there, but it wasn't anything sustainable. I was still in the learning process. So fast forward to 2016, I was in the process of just helping out my mom, take care of my grandfather. So being a caregiver, my mom was, doing a little bit here and there to just make ends meet, right? So then I just decided, like, I think I saw Full Sail come up in an ad or something like sports marketing. And I was like, oh, well, what is this? Looked into it and was like, yo, I think I really would like to do this. Like, it merges what I want to do in the sports field with what I'm doing in business. And started in 2016 of August and been in the program fell in love with the sports industry ever since. Graduated in 2018. After I graduated in May of 2018, I got a job a month after that at the AAU as an intern, a marketing intern, and then they hired me full time a month later, and I've been involved with the sports industry ever since. So that's my path into sports. I got like all my notes, all these questions written down here, so so I could just go through it really easily. Y'all got some good questions, by the way. I hope I'm not talking too fast because I tend to talk fast, um, especially when it's about stuff that I'm passionate about. Excuse me. And a lot of these questions I'm really passionate about. So these are good questions. Next question. Do you offer one-on-one consulting or mentoring? Yes, I do. I'm very selective with who I consult with or mentor. If you would like to find out if we're a good fit, my information is always in my bio or in the description below. You can reach out to me or send me an email at asia@asiamcmillan.com, or you can go to asiamcmillan.com and hit contact. Um, Next question. How much did it cost to start your business or to get your website started? Um, it varies. It depends on what you're trying to do. To get your actual business like up and started, like up and running, it's like to be a legit business. I always say go the legit route. To start your LLC or your nonprofit C Corp, S Corp, you want to go through your state's business website. For Florida, it's SunBiz. It's really just like the Secretary of State, um, or like the business department of your state, and you have to file there, and you will pay a fee. You will submit all your information, and then you'll wait a few days, and they'll send you an email back saying that your business is registered with the state of Florida, Georgia, whatever. So you do that. And that costs under $200. For the website, I use Squarespace. For my website, Squarespace has plans that start at like $20, $30 a month. Less than that if you sign up for like an annual subscription. And I just build the website using the templates there, and then I just go in and tweak them, or go in the back end and mess with the code a little bit for what I know that I can do. But yeah, it doesn't cost much to start a business. But if you are going to start a business, you may want to make sure that you are solving a problem. Always, always, and always make sure that you are start solving a problem before you try to start a business. Yeah, your UVP, like I say, your unique value proposition should be a solution to somebody's problem. Cool. Next question. What motivates you and keeps you focused? Um, Living in my purpose. Um, I really had to get to the point to where I was doing what I wanted to do for me. Whether that was failing at it, whether it was succeeding at it, I was doing what I wanted to do for me. And that's something that really keeps me motivated, knowing that I'm doing something that is purposeful, doing something that's providing value for others, and knowing that I'm living and walking in my purpose every day. That's really what motivates me and keeps me focused. I don't think it's hard to stay focused and stay motivated when you're doing something that you love. Um, Next question. How do you come up with new streams of revenue slash business ideas? This is a good question. So I come up with ideas just like this video series, Run the Play Friday. I come up with business ideas when I'm in the bathroom, brushing my teeth in the morning, in the shower, when I'm driving down the road, when I'm listening to music, podcasts, watching a movie, watching TV. I come up with ideas anywhere, but I always make sure that I have something to write them down or jot them down, or I do a voice memo like on my phone. I go and do a voice memo. Um, yeah, so I just make sure that wherever I am, if I get an idea, something hits me, I'm in a position that I can go to my notes, type it in, or do a voice memo and save it, so that way I don't lose that thought, right? But yeah, that's really how I come up with new ideas. It just come to me. I get inspiration from anywhere. Next question: What equipment do you use slash tools you use to produce content and run your business? This is a great question. I use a lot of stuff. So to to produce content right now, this right here, this is your best friend. This device that you have that you use almost 24/7, 365 is the best thing to use to produce content. It's the best camera that you have. Our phones have better cameras than cinemas or whatever, than Hollywood used to film. I think Gary Vee said it in that our cell phone cameras are better than what Hollywood used 50 years ago. So use the camera that you have to film content. You can get a little tripod or something from Walmart or from Five and Below and put it on there and set it up and film, right? Carry it around, filming like this every day, filming like this, whatever. Use your phones. So that's one of the things that I use to really run my business every day too. I can run my business directly from my phone. Um, what I'm filming on right now is a Canon EOS R6. The body is about 2000 to 2500. I am shooting on an 18 to 55 millimeter kit lens. I'm not using anything fancy. I have a LED light that I got from Amazon for like $20. And I also have a ring light that I got, amazing newer ring light that I got on Amazon for like $20. And it's amazing. The mic that I'm shooting on is a Shure, what is it? Shure 7 S7, something like that. I am also using a Camlink 4K. So the Elgato Camlink 4K is linked to my DSLR. It allows me to run my DSLR feed directly into my computer, and I can use my camera as a webcam. And I also have that on a continuous plug-in battery. What else do I use? I have Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's pretty much all the equipment that I use. I also have a MacBook, a M1 MacBook, 14-inch laptop that I use daily. I use these headphones here as well. I have AirPods Pros. Um, yeah, I mean, pretty simple stuff. I have a 27-inch MacBook 5K on my desk as my desktop. And that's all the equipment that I really use. Again, though, I can literally run my business and create content from this device. If you don't have to have all the fancy equipment as long as you have a phone that you can use, and you have enough storage on the phone. You don't even really have to have that if you got like a cloud service or something. But that's really all you need. You don't have to have all the fancy equipment and fancy lights and stuff when you're just getting started. Just use what you have. All right. I'm gonna take one more question, and then I'm gonna hop off of here. Um, It's going a little bit longer than I wanted it to go, but these are some really good questions. So how did you select your board members for Beyond Four? It's a great question. So when you are starting a nonprofit, um, and I'll just do this. I'll run through how to start a nonprofit. So in the state of Florida, you have to have 3 members in order to start a nonprofit. So you have to have, it could be you, it could be a friend, somebody that you trust. It can be a family member as well, but you have to have 3 people in order to start a nonprofit in the state of Florida in order to register your business as a nonprofit. So you will go on the website, like I mentioned before, sunbiz.org. You'll scroll down to start a business and hit nonprofit, and then you'll fill out all the information. You have to have 3 members on there. So you take that, once you get that filed and you get the information back saying that your business or your nonprofit has been registered within the state that you reside in, you then go to IRS website. You go to the irs.gov and you file um, for your EIN, your employer identification number. This is essentially like your business's social security number. You would do that, right? Now, for any other business, that's all you need to do. For like a LLC, C Corp, S Corp, that's really all that you need to do to get up and running. But for a nonprofit, you have to go a step further. If you are planning to obtain your 501c3 tax exempt status, you have to go a little bit further. You can't just file a nonprofit, get an EIN, and boom, I'm tax exempt. It don't work like that. So once you have registered with your state, you've got your EIN number, you will then go back to the IRS website and you will file for your tax exempt status. Um, you will go to the website and you can go to irs.gov and really just type in nonprofit or type in 501c3 and it'll bring it up. You will have to go in and register with their login.gov system. And then you have to go in, answer some questions, and you will pay a minimum, like a little fee. I forget how much it costs, but you'll pay a little fee. I think it's less than $50, less than $40. And once you sign up there, then you will wait. Uh, right now, the IRS is backed up, so you gotta wait a little bit. When I first did mine, it took maybe like 2 or 3 weeks until I got a letter in the mail stating that I have been designated as a nonprofit 501c3 status, tax exempt organization under the United States federal government, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. And they have the date on there. That determination letter that you receive from the IRS is like the golden ticket. It's like the goose egg, the golden goose egg. That is what you need to be a 501c3 tax exempt organization. Um, and then you can take that paper with your EIN number and you can go and get you a business bank account, a nonprofit bank account. There are other areas that you not other areas, but there are some certain apps and certain banks that are free for nonprofits. You can access that. That is what allows you to solicit donations from organizations. That is what allows you to apply for grants, government grants, local grants, regional grants. That piece of paper, that determination letter, is what sets you apart and what really makes you an official nonprofit with tax exempt status. and you can go out and solicit donations, sponsorships, and grant money from other grant giving organizations. There you go. That's the game. That's the play. Now go win the game. But again, it always goes back to the why. Make sure that you are solving a problem. With BeyondFour Foundation, I saw a need, right? And I don't even know if I answered the question. How did you select your board members? Oh, I selected my board members. It was me and my mom and my girl. And there you go. That was the three to start it off. And then after that, I really dive deep into my circle. So I have a circle. I have what, 6 board members that are in an advisory capacity. So I have Chelsea. She helps us with our compliance. She is a licensed attorney. I have Unique Armani. She helps with events and just organization overall. I have Tarina Holiday. She helps with grants and overall advising as well. And her husband, Rufus, who helps with logistics. Then I have Jamal, who is a video editor. He is the director of digital for Virginia Tech. And then I had another board member that I had to let go. And yeah, I've had board members come and go in the past, but the group that I have now is really core. They're really strong. They're really sturdy, and I see us really taking BeyondFour to the next level together. So yeah, that's how I selected my board members. I looked at the people that I was surrounded with and the people that I knew could bring something to the table, and they've been bringing stuff to the table ever since. I mean, uh, donating money, donating time, soliciting, grants and sponsorships and bringing in money and bringing in connections. So that's really what it's about. You want to make sure that you have people on your board that are going to advise you, not going to be yes men or yes women, but they're going to advise you in the right way, and they're going to bring something to the table, whether that be their time, their experience, their money, their donations, whether it be bringing in sponsorships, partnerships, and really connecting you to the people within the community and within their networks to make the network and your organization grow. That's really what it's about. But yeah, so hopefully that answered the question. And I think I'm gonna stop right there for now. So again, this is Run the Play Friday. And these are some great questions. I'm really gonna try to do this every single week as long as I have time to do it. I'm gonna make time to do this because this is really fun. I love getting into the nitty gritty and getting into the questions. And really, some of these questions took me back, and I had to really think about where I started, where I came from, and it kind of takes you back. But I love giving advice. I love helping people. So if you are in need, going back to the one-on-one consulting question, if you are in need of consulting or coaching or mentoring, and you just want to, know how I got there, and you can learn, maybe you can learn from some of my failures so that you don't have to make the same mistakes, reach out to me. My information is always in the description below or in the bio on my social media channels. You can follow me everywhere at I am Asia McMillan. And yeah, man, this is fun. This is really fun going over these questions. In the future, I may implement, bring on some other people to answer questions and just get different perspectives. But yeah, this is fun. So Run the Play Friday is what we're gonna call it. And yeah, man, thank you all for submitting your questions. Reach out to me on social, connect with me on LinkedIn as well. I'm really, really, really getting into the nitty gritty on LinkedIn and really providing value there. So make sure you're tapped in with me on LinkedIn. And yeah, I'm so congested right now, so I'm gonna get off of here and go try to fix my life. It's been real. It's been your girl Asia. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Ooh, did it. Now I just gotta upload it.